All right, so the first question, audience. What would you tell your younger self about love and relationships?
Ooh.
So think about that question. Like, yeah, what would you tell yourself about love and relationships?
That's a good one.
So, I got a list.
Oh, man. Okay.
I was not very wise in my love and relationships. So, there's some things I needed to know that I didn't know that would have saved me a lot of
Heartbreak?
Heartbreak and heartache, yes.
Heartbreak and heartache. Indigestion, what else you got? All the side effects you got.
It was a lot. It was painful. I'm here, but geez. All right, so
upset stomach, runny nose.
yes, all of it. Okay, shit. It was a lot.
Fatigue, headache.
So that's why I had to prepare the list to my younger self because
Side effects, man.
I did not know. I needed to know.
All right, so yes.
Lesson number one. Lesson number one.
I want to hear this.
Learn. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be, and welcome to It's So Real.
With your boy Elso.
And your girl Rocky.
What's good, beautiful people? We are back
With another one.
Yeah, another episode. You already know. Rocky, tell them what we're gonna be talking about today.
Today's episode, Dear Younger Me.
So today we're gonna get into a couple of topics. You know, we do ask questions, and we're gonna definitely want to make sure we get you, our audience, involved. We want to hear your opinions about these same questions because, yeah, that's why we're here and we share these opinions and ask these questions to challenge and kind of stretch ourselves to make sure that we grow. You know, so we want to make sure that our audience is doing the same as you're coming along the journey with us, and we appreciate you coming along that journey. Speaking of which,
subscribe to our YouTube channel.
You know, we are, I think, by this point, almost at 50.
Almost.
We're like 1 or 2
Yeah.
subscribers away from 50. So if you haven't subscribed yet, help us get to our end of the year goal. 50 subscribers by then. I think this is gonna be our end of the month goal. It's not gonna be our
end of the week goal.
Honestly, yeah. We're like, it's probably gonna happen by the time this is out.
Yeah.
By the time you're listening to this, we'll probably be at 50 subscribers. So if you're one of those faithful listeners or watchers who's like hearing or listening or watching this, thank you so much for subscribing and supporting. Appreciate you.
Remember, you know, we trying to change careers. So, the numbers help with monetization for our YouTube channel. So
exactly.
Please subscribe. Please share. Yes. Thank you so much.
All right, let's get to the show.
All right, so we're starting with our two sides of the same coin segment.
You know how we do. So this is the segment where we flip a coin, first of all. I'll call or she'll call, and whoever gets it right gets to answer the question first.
Yeah.
And you at home, do the same. So y'all ready?
You can just answer.
You don't got to flip all the coin though. Yeah, but yes, answer the questions.
Yes.
All right. Who you want to call first? I'll call first. I'll go with heads. All right.
I was gonna go with tails anyway.
Bet. You would have won.
All right. So the first question, audience. What would you tell your younger self about love and relationships?
Ooh.
So think about that question. Like, yeah, what would you tell yourself about love and relationships?
That's a good one.
So, I got a list.
Oh, man. Okay.
I was not very wise in my love and relationships. So, there's some things I needed to know that I didn't know that would have saved me a lot of
heartbreak
and heartache, yes.
Heartbreak and heartache. Indigestion, what else you got? All the side effects you got.
It was a lot. It was painful. I'm here, but geez. All right, so
upset stomach, runny nose.
yes, all of it. Okay, shit. It was a lot.
Fatigue, headache.
So that's why I had to prepare the list to my younger self because
Side effects, man.
I did not know. I needed to know.
All right, so yes.
Lesson number one. Lesson number one.
I want to hear this.
Learn to let go.
Okay.
That was the most difficult thing that I was dealing with. I did not let go of my ex, even though we broke up after 5 months of dating. Did not let go until 3 years later. That could have just been a lot of heartache saved, I mean, lessons were learned, but geez. Now, however, with the next guy, which happened to be you, I did learn.
What's up, people?
We weren't in a relationship until after, but I hung on to you for 2 years in the hopes of the romantic relationship. And it wasn't until I finally said, all right, I can't do this no more. That's when things shifted. Because you knew I was serious about polyamory. But...
About me not being...
of me not being polyamorous for you.
There you go.
Yeah, you were like, oh, you're serious like for you. And I'm like, yeah, regardless of whether you weren't here or not.
That's what I need. Independence. But go ahead.
Yeah. But 1 year less than my ex, so I was learning, but learning to let go. My therapist pointed that out, and I was like, needed to know information. And that's a hard one, especially like with my ex as well as you, when there's love there, but either the timing is wrong or it's just not, the match is not working out. And it's like, when you love someone and walking away, this crucially hard, because it's like there was no fights, there was no cheating, there was no abuse, there was no manipulation. It was just like, love is there, it's not a good time, it's not a good match, how to walk away. So letting that go, I couldn't, because I was like, but we love each other, so why would I walk away? I didn't get that concept. I do now. Thank goodness. But just learning to let go, that would have been a valuable lesson that could have been applied. Who knows what would have happened with it, but that was something that I needed to know.
Okay.
My other lesson that I needed to tell my younger self would be to focus on finding yourself and be patient with love. I think I was especially as a woman, we're caught up with marriage and stuff, and especially going to HBCU where that was a prime pool of black men to date from and find my future husband. Little did I know. But yeah, like that, I was caught up and I wasn't focusing on finding myself. Like I was finding myself as happenstance versus like intentional. Like, it was,
I stumbled upon
right. Exactly. That's exactly what happened. My senior year, I was a lot more intentional, but it took till senior year to finally get there. And then be patient with love. Like it'll come. Like I was so consumed with the amount of time that I spent single. Like I was single for 7 years in my adult life, and that's a long ass time. And for someone who wanted marriage and stuff, I was like, oh well, guess it's not happening. And I accepted that. I was like, guess I'm not getting married, guess I'm not having a life partner. I will have a fulfilling life regardless. Yeah. But all I needed to do was practice a little patience. He was coming. I'm very impatient, y'all, just in overall life. So still a lesson I'm learning.
Yep, you need to go back and teach yourself that twice.
Shut up. All right.
Just to make sure it stick. I know I just was here, but
it's a hard lesson, y'all. It's a hard one.
You need 2 time machines.
Shit. Another lesson: you are beyond worthy. Anyone who can't see that is not for you. I definitely had low self-esteem as a child, and stuff would confirm that, when I would get rejected. So just really, and this goes into finding myself, is to really focus on my worth and not stay around guys who couldn't see my worth. I needed to know it for myself. So that was another one. And one of the bigger ones, my last lesson I would tell myself, is you are your own person. And you don't have to please your father.
Damn.
I would have catapulted into myself sooner if that happened.
So this is interesting. So this is a different type of relationship. Like this is you talking about the relationship between you and your father, which is a lot different than those romantic relationships that you.
But it impacted them. Like I was trying to control my romantic partnerships to win the acceptance of my dad.
So they matched up and kind of conflicted with each other.
I mean, it was an overall lesson of I don't have to please my father and I can be my own person. But it also applied to love and relationships. As soon as I let that go, like, yeah, I was free in myself and free in love. So, and yeah, I didn't feel the need to be controlling anymore.
Damn.
Which was an issue in my past relationships. Like, largely. The reason they broke up with me and type of thing. So yeah. What about you? What would you tell your younger self about love and relationships?
Okay. Ooh, younger self. I think the first thing I would tell my younger self about relationships would be,
hey, it's the Real Family. It's your girl Rocky.
And your boy Elsa.
And thanks for being here. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell.
Right, because subscribing and hitting that notification bell does two very important things. One, it gives you notification on our new content and make sure that you're up to date on everything that we put out every week.
Every week.
Every week.
Every week.
And then number two, it helps your boy and your girl out with some money. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it honest.
It's so real, baby.
But in all seriousness, this is just like the video portion, the YouTube portion of our content. We are It's So Real Podcast. So we have all these episodes just waiting for y'all on how many platforms?
11 different streaming platforms.
11.
So it's up to you to choose.
Yeah, there's no excuses. We on everything. So whatever platform you're most comfortable listening to stuff, your content on, we're right there for you. So look us up. It's So Real Podcast.
And our link tree is available on our YouTube channel. Go over there, find the platform that works best for you, subscribe to our podcast, and hear the full thing. Because we have a lot more to say than what shows up on our YouTube channel.
Exactly. With that being said, check out the rest of our videos while you're here.
And be sure to subscribe.
All right, y'all. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
And love.
Always.